These are insane.
Hey everyone, my name is Alayna from Coasterverse, and today I am going to be reacting to your guys' unpopular opinions. Now, a while ago I made a community post asking for that, and now I have quite a few unpopular opinions that I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on. This is for my 800 subscriber special. I couldn't have done it without you guys, obviously, so I decided to make you guys a big part of the 800 subscriber special, and now we're on the road to 900, so thank you guys so much. Okay, let's start it off with girl power coasters. Big Apple Coaster is pretty fun with the Premier trains. Okay, I can understand this, but the transitions and track work still looks kinda iffy, so I don't know if I would agree with this if I ride it someday. Full Throttle's top hat has better airtime than any moment on Twisted Colossus. Now, Twisted Colossus looks like an inversions and dueling type of RMC rather than airtime focus like Steel Vengeance or anything like that, so I could see myself agreeing with this. If it weren't for the trims on Full Throttle, it would definitely be one of the best elements on any roller coaster, I feel like. It looks amazing. Insane Coasters 5020. Skyrush has the best trains on any coaster besides Buzz Bars. Wow. Okay, so I just rode Swamp Fox at Family Kingdom, which has buzz bars, and those were amazing. I am riding Skyrush later this summer, unless it's closed. I'm definitely getting on it, though, if not. But I don't really see myself agreeing with this. It looks like you can definitely get stapled, and people say that. Airtime Thrills. Notorious for hating it. I don't know, we'll see. Crazy Coasters. Copperhead Strike is better than Fury 325. I can see this, honestly. Copperhead Strike is so good. Front row Twilight rides are absolutely amazing. I have yet to do back row on it though, so I need to try that someday. Also, Nighthawk is actually good. Haven't ridden it once again because of the debacle with my phone. I got a new one, but I can see this. I'm not sure if I would agree, but I can see it.
He's just standing there, menacingly!
Storm & Coasters says, Steel Vengeance is the weakest RMC out of the 4 that I've ridden. Storm Chaser, yeah. Twisted Timbers, Twisted Cyclone even, wow, that's the one at Over Georgia, I think. Oh my gosh. And I've heard that one is one of the weakest. Wow, okay. To be fair, the trims were almost stopping us. Okay, so that's understandable. The trims on Steel Vengeance can really make or break that ride, I'm sorry. But wow, that's a pretty unpopular opinion, I do have to admit. Chasing Thrills says Fire Chaser Express is number 3 at Dollywood. Now, Fire Chaser Express is a family roller coaster, and Dollywood has Lightning Rod, Thunderhead, Wild Eagle, Big Bear Mountain, Mystery Mine. So I don't know if I would agree with this. It depends on how good the top 3 that I generally hear is, but I guess we'll have to see. Hopefully in the future I want to go to Dollywood, that'd be great, but no plans for that right now. Little Potato Roll says Cedar Point's new Wild Mouse coaster is the most overhyped roller coaster of 2023. Everyone is saying it's such a great addition to the park when it's below average at best. Now, I have yet to ride this, however, it does look not like my cup of tea in rides. As you guys may know, I have motion sickness. With all that spinning, I just don't see myself enjoying it that much. I could definitely agree with this, but I just need to ride it first. Barry Barflettis 9549 says the Beast is the best ride at Kings Island and Steel Vengeance is way better than Irongwasi. I disagree with both of those. The Beast is worse than the Blue Side of Racer in my opinion. It didn't really do anything for me except for make my ears bleed in that final tunnel, if I'm being completely honest. I need a night ride on it. It's still a fun ride, don't get me wrong. It's historic, not a masterpiece, but it's very impressive. The best ride at Kings Island? Orion, Mystic Timbers, Diamondback, Banshee, even Racer is in the same park, so I don't agree with that. Steel Vengeance is way better than Irongwasi. I believe that Irongwasi's better, but it's not by much, so I can see it. Kilgore Dropped says, I like Ninja at Six Flags St. Louis. There, I said it out loud. I rode it 32 times in a row one summer. Props to you, dude. Oh my gosh. 32 times in a row. I haven't even ridden the same roller coaster 10 times. Like, the most rides that I have on a roller coaster is 9 rides on Steel Vengeance. So 32 times in a row on a roller coaster like that is just insane. Respect to you. If you're watching this video, respect to you. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's just insane. Props to you. I don't think I would agree with it, but whatever floats your boat. Shining Stars 11 says Cedar Point's Wild Mouse was really disappointing. Not gonna lie. Like I said before, I don't think it would be my cup of tea, but, you know, I could see myself agreeing with this. I need to ride it on my next visit. Keystone Coasters says Nitro is the best B&M Hyper. I'm not sure what B&M Hypers that you've ridden and which ones you haven't, but it looks like a great ride. The drop off the mid-course looks really, really fun. If you've ridden stuff like Mako, Diamondback, I'd be a little concerned, but yeah, it looks like a great ride. Once again, Keystone Coasters, row 5 is the best row on Magnum. Okay, I have not ridden row 5 yet, but I don't think that's a wheel seat, so I can see it. It's near the magic seat, and it's probably significantly smoother, so I could see this. I'll have to try it sometime. Gray Bear 9563, so pretty much the norm, but you start a war in the comment section. No? What are you talking about? Anyways, Joe the Coaster Fan 9086 says Irongwasi is mid and not the best as others say it is. And when I replied to this comment, he said that he only got morning rides on it, I think. Yeah. He only got like 2 rides on it or something like that. And yeah, morning rides, they're not great. If you do it at night in the front or back row or both, please do both if you have the chance. It's so good. It just pushed it over the edge for me, and it is so good. Like, it is amazing.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique.
Keystone Coasters says Jersey Devil Coaster is better than Velocicoaster. Okay. This one is a little interesting, because I have heard that Jersey Devil Coaster is getting better, but when it first opened, was horrible. Like, atrocious. Not, well, for RMC standards, I mean. But better than Velocicoaster, that's still a bit of a stretch for me. I don't see myself enjoying it more. But, you know, why not? Why not? Chasing Thrills once again. Hurler is better than Afterburn. Oh. Okay. So Hurler is one of the worst roller coasters that I've ridden. So it's like, this is an unpopular opinion in and of itself, not roller coasters, but this is my best analogy for it. So we've got mac and cheese, horrible food, I'm sorry, and we're putting it in like S tier. And then Afterburn, which is like French fries, which is great food, and putting it in like F tier. Like, that's the best comparison that I would think it is. Alayna, you're sounding like this right now.
Have you ever had a dream that you could?
Like, that's just insane to think about. One of the worst roller coasters that I've ridden versus one of the most intense and one of the best. Now, even though my experience was tainted on Afterburn, I could never see Hurler overtaking it as being better. So, I don't know. Cedar Point Boys says B&M inverts are the most overrated roller coaster type. I have ridden 5 and not a single one makes my top 15. Now, B&M inverts are honestly one of, if not my favorite roller coaster models. I don't agree with this at all, but I respect it. I know you've probably, I think he's ridden Raptor and Banshee and Afterburn. Those are the ones that I can name off the top of my head that he's probably ridden too. But all 3 of those are amazing rides in my opinion, but I can understand it. If you don't like intense, like super intense rides, I could completely agree with that. Chasing Thrills once again. Hurler versus Kuma. like putting mac and cheese, a horrible food, up here, and french fries, a great food, down here. Like, I don't know, I just can't understand that, but...
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But respect, I guess. Petrichor, I'm sorry, I'd never know how to pronounce it. I am so sorry. Intimidator 305 and Fury 325 are hot garbage. Now, I've ridden Fury 325. It is my number 3 overall, and it is absolutely amazing. I-305, I think I would love it, personally. Unless it makes me throw up, then maybe not loving it as much as others love it. But hot garbage is a little bit of a stretch for me. I don't think I would ever consider both of those rides hot garbage, but I mean, they may not be your type of ride, and that's completely understandable. For Evermore 1211, Goliath is trash. I'm assuming you're talking about the one at Magic Mountain. Viper is elite. Tatsu's better than X2. Title Twister is actually great. I don't want to say it, but I feel like Steel Vengeance, or Steve, is a little bit overrated. Now, I understand the Steel Vengeance, it's my number 2 overall, and it still is an amazing ride. I absolutely love it. Not overrated, I don't think, but I can understand that. Title Twister is actually great. I have never heard this one, actually. I know that roller coaster type is really regarded as being absolutely hot garbage. But yeah, actually great. Why not? I'll have to try it someday. Tatsu over X2. I understand this too. X2 looks very intense, very rough. But Tatsu looks to be graceful for the most part other than the pretzel loop, and I could definitely see this. Viper is elite. It looks pretty fun. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's an arrow looper. I'm assuming you're talking about the one at Magic Mountain too. It's an arrow looper, but it looks to be one of the best. And then Goliath is trash. Yeah, it looks pretty disappointing. Fields Goat says Orion is better than Fury. I used to believe this, but not anymore. Fury 325 night rides are on a whole other level. Like, they are just absolutely insane and really pushed it over the edge for me. But I can still see this. Orion is still really fun, but Fury just edges it out just a little bit more. That drop is just a little bit better, the elements are a little bit better, just everything about it, a little bit. Okay, last one. Coaster Confusion says El Toro is a really overhyped roller coaster and it's really bad. Wow. So I've heard that it's been getting rougher, which is why there was another accident last year and they needed to retrack it. And now that it's open again, I've heard that it's smoother, not drastically, but really bad. I could never see myself hating on El Toro that much, but I could see it being a little bit overrated. I'll have to ride it someday, definitely. I would love to, but I don't know. Yeah, and those are all of it. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Thank you guys so much for submitting these, but most importantly, thank you guys so much for 800 subscribers. The support has been unreal. Heck, we might even hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, which is just insane to me. I, can't even wrap my head around that right now. Thank you guys so much. It really means the world to me. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.